Hey everybody, Ira Miller here, Monday Night Live. Looks like you're how's everybody doing this evening? We are working our way down. We're in the village of Dabney right now, okay? We just came through Lake Denim. But over here in Dabney, we're going as about how far the village is and how long the village is. So, let's see. We are coming through the gate. This is the Dabney gate. But it's still... if we go down here, this is actually where the premier homes are. So Dabney, give you a little look-see. Now they haven't had premier home in a while. A lot of preserve in here. I kind of
Cold Michigan.
Somebody just ran over a baby alligator back there. Missy Mo, thank you for joining. So, this is called the Christian. Yes. Can they see it well enough? Whoa. We're going to have to back up. Dabney with these premier homes and give you a little look-see. Let me set my odometer here as well. Okay. So, but just did want to give you an idea of what the premier homes look like. With garages. That
these are
and if I use my
jetpack,
use my phone. All right, you guys, well, of the villages, and we are starting here. Am I buffering?
Some people were having issues viewing it, but that looks like we're live now.
All right, well, there's the back side of Dabney. All those homes sit on a preserve over there. So as we were viewing a week or so ago, we were showing how the raw land looked over here. So this is giving you now, after we looked at where the villages are going. I think we did that on a Topic Tuesday. This is far south and east as we go. All right, so there's the Village of Dabney sign. And we'll use our little card here. Oh, don't need it. All right, that's cool. So a lot of water, because a lot of this stuff over here was wetlands. So from the wetlands they've created, I don't know if you can see that alligator on the shore over there. But a lot of wetlands, a lot of preserve back in here. So to our right is the Dabney Recreation and Pool. Denim. I believe we've crossed over. Haven't seen any signs, but this is the area of Lake Denim. So there's two villages we have crossed into now. Verandas, I don't need that. Just to kind of show you that we are in Lake Denim. I guess we have no way to zoom.
No, not through your phone.
And we're gonna come out here on Megasin. So Megasin, we're gonna be on Megasin for just a little bit here. Megasin, there's a lot of recreation, a lot of stuff to see on Megasin. So this is the Lake Denim, the village of Lake Denim exit, and that is County Road 470, and that's where you would catch the turnpike. Okay, so if we wanted to, we could have gone out that gate and then crossed over the turnpike, but didn't want to do that. Want to go on up Megasin and show you all the nice things in this part of the villages. So I'm gonna, well, let's see. I'll pull over and let this truck pass us. So we can go a little slower, but this afternoon I went on a little bit of a listing appointment out in this area. I have some folks own a home on Mickey Lee Way. I believe it's Mickey Lee Way. And this home actually sits on the Mickey Lee pitch and putt golf course. So it's pretty cool. Use a pitch and wedge and a putter on this little golf course. So we're going to take and show you that pitch and putt. So now we're coming into Newell, the village of Newell. So that's our third village that we are coming up into. A lot of verandas, a lot of courtyard villas. I should have timed us. I guess we probably started at about, I don't know what, 5 after 6? because we still want to time ourselves to see how long it takes us to get through the villages. So this is Newell. Whoops. Well, wait a minute. We're going to go back here to Newell Verandas, but there's the pitch and putt right over here. So I am going to, let's see, I don't know. Go ahead and, this is, let's see here. I believe this is Franklin Recreation Center where the Mickey Lee pitch and putt is. So this is, let me roll my window down. So this is the Mickey Lee pitch and putt golf course. There's your community watch. Everybody's out playing pickleball. It's 77 degrees out, everybody. So, right here. Mickey Lee pitch and putt and the putting golf course. Right there. And there's our pickleball players over on that side. So, look how pretty that is. It's a beautiful view. And they keep it manicured. Very nice. Franklin Recreation. And we got some people out there playing bocce ball. So you have the Newell Postal Facility. The Franklin Recreation Center. And then the Lake Denim Postal Facility. So those two are very close together. So I tell you what we're gonna do. I am gonna give you all a little surprise and a little treat. And probably gonna surprise the people who actually own this home, because this is where I was. I was in Newell Verandas. And here's what verandas look like. So they all have a wall behind them, except for the ones on the golf course. The ones on the golf course, now they have fences on either side. And this home that I went to look at today is this home right here. And look at the beautiful landscaping that they've done in the front of the house. I love that bougainvillea. Man, that thing's on fire. That is a gorgeous bougainvillea. But this is called a Monroe floor plan. 2-car garage. You can see the fences all between. Oh man, look at that. Look at the They've done a wonderful job with the landscaping on this home. So Mickey Lee runs all, we're gonna do a little circle here. So the villages came up with the idea of verandas because of the demand, mainly the demand for 2 and 2.5 car garages and a little bigger home that has privacy. All right, so we're out the back side of Newell Verandas South. And we're gonna go right back out onto Megason over here. And then I think our next stop is gonna be Sawgrass Grove. And Eastport Rec Center. So let's go ahead and continue along. Come on, let's go. This guy came clear out of his golf cart lane. So that's some of those uppity villagers. Some, I don't know, some villagers have a sense of entitlement, I think, for some reason. I don't know why, but for the most part, everybody's very friendly, but then you get some like that, unfortunately, for the rest of us. All right, those are patio villas. That's the back of patio villas right there. You can see there's no doors or anything coming out the back of them. Some designer homes over there. Now we're in the village of Citrus Grove. So what is that? That's our 4th village where you've been through. Been through Dabney, been through Lake Denim, been through Newell. Now we're in the village of Citrus Grove. Nice little dog park over here. Homestead Recreation Center. There's a 4-car garage over there on that home. A lot of people utilize these power line common areas for walking and walking their dogs. There's a place down at the end here. I had one of these villas listed at one point. I'll show you the one I had listed and sold. That would be that home right there. And then, like I said, you have walking trails over here. So that's a patio villa neighborhood, and you have walking trails coming out of there, coming on down around here, around this nice little water feature. All right. This is where they that's the maintenance shack for maintenance equipment to keep up the common areas and golf courses.
Did you want to go through any of the comments while we're on the side road?
I can. Let's see. Do I have any questions or? Let's see. All right. Wrestler Mania. Thank you, Wrestler. Gary will be worth the wait, should I think. Bummer. Let's see. Oh, man. Okay. Oops. Let me get back to my chats.
You want it to be bigger?
All right. All right, Tom. Thanks for joining. Cocktails poured. We are ready. I'll be by in just a little bit. I guess we'll have to make your house on this tour as well. Pat and Jane in the house. Rich and Create Sunshine. Renee. Hopefully you made it home nice and safe. Trish. On the road trip. All right, so Tammy, hopefully we've got that internet problem straightened out. And Trish as well, I think. All right, Dave. So, nice. Yeah, we talked to Noreen. And thank you for all that information. And we're going to get you taken care of with those homes. Missy Mo, you should have done this last week. It could have picked me up. Oh, man, see? That would have been great. That's what I need to do is come visit people. Let's see. All right. Thanks, Wrestler. So, all right. We're caught up here. Homestead is where the lunar viewing park that closes at dusk. Interesting. How is it a lunar viewing park that closes at dusk? It's not much of a lunar. All right, we're caught up with our little chat. Thanks so much, y'all. Let's continue. I'll ask you guys a question. Should we stop at Sawgrass Grove or just do a drive-through? Because we're kind of limited. We've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. Isn't that a song? Long way to go and a short time to get there. I have to get my guitar out.
Is that a Hank Williams one? Or?
I don't think so. Cool. So this I'm going to call the first leg of our little trip that we've made it through. Took us a half hour just to make our first leg. Oh.
Sawgrass Grove is packed tonight, Tammy says. They have a boozy something going on.
Eastport Rec Center. All right, get this. Sawgrass Grove. Yeah, it looks, well, there's a bunch of cars.
Boozy bingo going on is what Tammy says. That's why they're busy.
Boozy bingo. Let me tell you, this place is packed. I guess when you're trying to supplement for a square, this is what happens. So Eastport Rec Center's parking is packed. Over here at Sawgrass Grove, we'll do a little drive-by. We don't need to go on in because we already have our video. Hello, everybody.
This is Blink 182. Blink 182.
Yeah, it's packed.
Dang, is Blink 182 oldies now?
McGrady's Pub. All right. Man, smells good. It's dinner time. And here we are, roughing it for all y'all. All right, what is this? This is Eastport, what's that say?
Putt 3? Something putt.
There, it's, well, this putting course. So what's that say?
Clinton Grove? Clifton Grove.
Little putting course, very nice. All right, so the question now is, I think you guys, do y'all want to see Eastport? Let's show you, let's make a little loop around, and we're going to go up Bexley. Instead of staying on Megason, we're going to get off Megason, and we're going to make a little jog over past Eastport. How's that? So we'll just continue back around on St. Catherine's. We're in the village of Case and Hammock. I guess that's where Tammy was. So there's Sawgrass Grove. Yeah, it is packed. We could have probably done a whole show just from there. We might have to do that one Monday. So that's pretty cool. Something to do on a Monday evening.
If Jace performs on a Monday, we should maybe go down to him sometime.
Yeah, that'd be cool. All right, so we're on Bexley. And we're getting ready to cross over the turnpike. There's your golf cart path along with your car. All right, to our left. To our left. This is where their villages are headed. So we did go as far south as you can possibly go. We have gone 8.8 miles so far. And we're going to go ahead and stay on Bexley. Bexley Trail. So give it 6 months, that area right there will probably be built out. In about 6 months' time. Now across on the other side, I don't know. Stop over at my house, Moultrie Creek. Well, Michael Villas. Actually, I will go by Michael Villas now that you mentioned that. Because Michael Villas is where I have 2 rentals. We'll go see my rental properties. Didn't want to make it all about me, but hey, you know. Might as well go ahead and give some of my customers a little love. All right, Corbin Trail. Let's see. What do they got here? Oh, that's the softball. Let's go up Corbin. New softball complex over there. That's cool. Now this is Eastport. If you look over there, that is Eastport. They have the road closed off. Looks like the softball complex isn't open yet either. Okay. So you're going to want to kind of keep over in that area. This is all Eastport, you guys. There it is. Kind of hold it up.
I'm just trying not to get the wind to get rid of your phone.
All right, there you go. So at this traffic light is the entrance to Eastport. And better out the window, Christian. Right there.
Oh, that one too.
Okay. Water's Edge. So the significance of Water's Edge is where Michael Villas is. And Michael Villas, what's the significance of Michael Villas? This is where we have a listing. Well, we actually rented our one listing on Jello, and we have one on Mayor. So let's take a little trip through. Here's some brand new homes to look at, and Water's Edge Verandas. And let's see, Holcomb Loop is where we're making our left on to get over to Michael Villas. All right. So here's Jello Drive. This is where we have one rental that we're, somebody's moving in May. And then we have hello there, how you doing? Ira Miller. She's nice, she recognized me because here's my listing right over here, and I was doing a video, and then she goes, Ira Miller. I'm like, yes, ma'am. So that was pretty cool. Anyways, there's our 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage. Walking distance to Eastport. Then we'll go by Jello. I probably should pull my sign off of Jello since it's already rented. Well, I guess my sign's not on Jello. Okay. All right. All right, where will we go next? I think we're gonna go up Marsh Bend. And then Marsh Bend will take us to Magnolia Plaza. So actually, let me think about this. Maybe, let me see over here. We've already seen Eastport. So this is how they build houses here. Look at that. They bring your walls on a trailer. And then they put those walls up. Check out the house that they've already put the walls up. So they put the walls up, glue them together, put the roof on, and there you go. You got your house. Look at the back of that. So there you go. That's a great shot of different stages of how the villages builds their homes. Slabs waiting for those prefab walls. That was interesting. I didn't know you could do that. I saw somebody put up a petition in the back of their house. So we're on Bar Boulevard now, and the reason we are on Bar Boulevard, the models, the village's models are off of Bar Boulevard, and then that'll take us right to the high school. Getting tired yet, Christian? Old buddy, old pal?
Oop.
Not yet.
Tammy says turn on something loop to her house.
Turn on something loop. Turn on McMurdy loop to her house. All right. We can do that. If we can find McMurdy Loop. I think I know where McMurdy Loop is. All right, so let's see here. So here we are in Moultrie Creek. And this is called the Street of Dreams. And the Street of Dreams is where the village's model home center is. Okay. Don't see any do not enter, so these are all public roads, actually. Didn't know if everybody knew that. But y'all got a little, and this is where you would park over here to the left if you were going to go walk around the Street of Dreams. And another parking spot. I believe they just had some kind of a showcase over here. So pretty homes. I am not allowed to go in and video those homes, so that's private property. Okay, Katie Keefe Loop. There we go. Christian, go ahead. I mean, let's. Okay. Landstone Boulevard. I think McMurray Loop is right up here. There's the high school. Then there's their big time football field. This place is like a college campus. Christian, don't you wish you were in high school again?
Not with those crowds. I liked our small 300 class. You can see the stadium across the lake from the Model Center.
Buffalo Sports Complex. That's where the gym is. They call it the Sports Complex. And then over on the back side is Middleton.
And if you check out our Middleton live stream that we did, we walked around the high school.
Tammy wasn't, I thought McMurray Loop was over here somewhere. So that's kind of the administration over the village's administration building over there as well. So you have Middleton, the high school, and the village's administration back around there. So if you ever need to go to the administration building, just look for the high school. Let's see. Tammy, I think we
Shoot, there's some messages.
might have passed you up there, my friend. Middleton, you passed my street. I passed your street. Well, Tammy, the only way I will go back to see if I can find your street is if you come outside and say hello to everybody. So what do you think about that? The village of Shady Brook. Hello. And
I will say hi.
cool. Then let's take a shot at it.
Turn right on bar.
Some outdoor equipment there, exercise equipment, Saluki Recreation.
Then 3rd Street, take a right.
Okay. That's pretty cool. Frank DePietro Drive. Man, talk about having your own street. Jeff Anderson Way. McMurdy Loop. That's pretty.
1763.
Man, she's just putting herself right out there. Man, nice landscaping down in here. So Tammy won't come to us, so I guess we have to go to her. All right, Tamma Jamma. Tamma Jamma. Man, oh man, these streets, or these homes, does all this look familiar, Tammy? So there's Matthew Villas, we had Michael Villas. All right, there she is. Gonna say hi.
How you guys?
We're doing good.
Nice to see ya.
How's it going?
So that's why I picked
I guess. Oh, a perfect wall. I like that.
water up here.
Yeah, see, you should have just, you know.
What do you want?
What?
Just water.
Yeah, I'm
You can't get forward with that.
okay.
What do you want?
Water. If we're gonna make it.
Brown a couple times now. She goes to the mailbox and back.
See you later. There's the wall. There's their privacy wall back there. Cool. That was nice, Tammy. Thank you for the water. Much needed. I wish it was a beer, but hey, how can I be on video drinking a beer and driving a vehicle? I might as well just go ahead and put the handcuffs on right now. All right, we're headed north. Time's a-wasting. It's 7 o'clock. And I really want to try to get, oh, there's Blakely's Villas. But they didn't spell her name right. Just not how you spell Blakely.
That's how my phone does, though, every time.
I know, mine too. So, all right. We're going to make it out of here. And then head up Marsh Bend. And then get back on Megason. So we made us our little detour, which probably is going to skew our total mileage. But we wanted to go by and say, hey, to Tammy and see her house. Now, Tammy, how disappointed would you have been if we didn't make that second loop around to say hi to you? Right? I would have been disappointed if we didn't get a chance. We're already right here. So we might as well. So thank you for inviting us to your home and to say hi. That was pretty cool. That was special. I appreciate that. And now everybody out there in TV land got a chance to see the infamous Tamma Jamma Tammy. All right, I need to get back on bar. Let's see. Let me make a little right over here and a left on bar. And we won't go back. There's our street. No, is that? No. Maybe. Those the models again? No.
Guanolene?
Nope. Okay. Onward. Man. So I would say we probably have like about a half hour, well, to have some decent daylight. So what we're going to do is we are going to get out here to Marsh Bend, over to Megason. We're going to go through Brownwood. So we'll make us a little trip through Brownwood on this trip. And then out to Buena Vista Boulevard. A lot of building out here. A lot of building. This is, you know, if you think about it, it's just amazing how much the Morris family must be making off all this development. It's incredible, actually.
Is there much settling of the foundations in the villages from Glenn?
So I don't know if there's much. I guess the operative word there is much. Like I have mentioned in some of my live broadcasts, I did have one person call me up, a little panicked about he went through the Street of Dreams, ordered his home, and picked out everything for his home, and then they started building it for him, and then they called him up and said, hey, we are going to have to put some piers. That's what they call it when they grout under your foundation. We're going to have to put some piers under your foundation, and we're going to be giving you a set of engineering plans so you can see exactly what we've done to your foundation. Now, full disclosure, in my opinion, once they do that, you should never have a problem with settlement on your home, because they grout all the way around the home and put those piers underneath all the way around the foundation, supporting that whole foundation. And that's nothing but it's not solid, nothing but concrete. It's kind of a, for lack of a better word, a slough. Anybody ever hear the term slough? It's a slushy type of concrete that they pump underneath. They force pump this concrete, this slough mixture of concrete. Anyways, so I'm trying to, put a positive spin on it. And I know that one thing that insurance companies used to, now I don't know if they still do or not, if they have an issue with homes that have had the foundation supported by piers. Like I said, that really supports your slab when they do that. All right, we're on Marsh Bend. The village of Linden is over here on the right-hand side. Marsh Bend is over there. And then on the left side, you have McClure, the village of McClure. Over here, you have Monarch Grove. So let me just kind of rephrase it. This is Monarch Grove. Linden is next. Linden is next to Monarch Grove. "21 miles so far we've traveled in about an hour's time. Now, as I said, there's Linden. And on the opposite side, down this road, is McClure. And Corbin Trail will take you to McClure, take you to DeSoto, and take you to Finney. So that's where you would go if we were to go down that way all the way to Finney. But we're headed north. Finney is west. So straight in front of us is the Everglades Rec Center. That's that brownish building with the flag over the top of it. And all right, Magnolia Plaza. That's your shopping center for over here. And then behind the Everglades Rec Center is another softball complex. You have your sports pool over there. You have little exercise equipment and some walking trails. And now we're going back over the turnpike. So we took Bexley over and up, and now we're going back, and then we're catching Megason. So we're coming back onto Megason. We could, if we kept going straight, we could run into Morris Boulevard, but we're gonna hit Brownwood. So Morris Boulevard would take us a little out of our way and away from Brownwood, so we don't want to do that. So Lance and Renee, this is where they live, and Levi and Boaz Villa. Now, Megason, oh my gosh, Megason. Megason does this. It's pretty crazy how they do that. I guess they want to try to regulate the speed by zigzagging all the way to Brownwood. So Brownwood's only about 5 minutes up here. Hope y'all are hanging in there, enjoying our live stream. I want to thank everybody for showing up today. Hopefully you're enjoying this road trip. So you can see what I'm talking about with Megason.
Glenn says he's getting dizzy from all the roundabouts.
Man, I mean, this is a little unnecessary, but... we're gonna see the infamous golf cart bridge going over the turnpike. So now we're running parallel with the turnpike. You can kind of see it over to our left. So we're kind of missing out on Marsh Bend. That's on the other side of the turnpike over there. And we could have stopped by, well, they took all the food trucks away from us over at, oh man, what's the name of that place? With the food trucks? Well, had the food trucks. It escapes me.
Where was it by?
Over in Marsh Bend. And all right, so we're gonna come up on this is where the golf cart bridge is over here. See the villages, and that's going over the turnpike. Here's the village of St. John's, and then Richmond. St. John's is on our right. Richmond, the village of Richmond's on our left. So Lake Okahumpka Recreation Center over there. Wonderful walking trail right through here. Really nice. You have some cypress trees in there, some old oak trees. Really nice job with paving all that. Now, if I made a right over here on this roundabout, that would take me to Buena Vista Boulevard. And this is where Buena Vista Boulevard terminates. We're going to catch Buena Vista Boulevard after we go through Brownwood. But we could have just taken a right there, gone up Buena Vista Boulevard, kind of bypassed Brownwood, and then taken our shot north to Marion County. So we've been through 2 counties already, in Dabney, Lake Denim, Newell. That's all in Lake County. And then in front of us, if you can see the traffic light from here, I don't know if you can see the traffic light, but that's where Brownwood is. We're going to go straight through that light into Brownwood, take a spin around the square, and then back out to Buena Vista Boulevard. Should I chance it? All right, so there is your entrance to Brownwood, where they have the cattle drive, the famous cattle drive over there. To our right, we'll back up a little bit. You can see the bridge, hopefully, that goes across. This is called State Road 44. Highway 44. There's a golf cart going across the bridge there. All right, so traffic's a little light. That's kind of nice. All right, get the cattle drive, Christian. Here they are. So we've done our live streams before from Brownwood here. We have Gators Dockside over here to our left. So we are in golf cart heaven over here. I wonder if we'll see Kevin over here on Brownwood. Oh, look at that. That's pretty good advertising. The Crown Molding guys. 352-913-8728. All right. Man, I guess we should have got in front of these guys. You got people just standing out in the middle of the street. This lady, I think's...
Oh my God, you see, read the sign on the back?
Yeah. This lady. What is she doing? I guess we're just gonna have to go around these guys. Look at this lady up in the truck. Get her. She's had a little too much, I think. Wow. Wow. See what you'll see? All right, some nice hot rods. Nice. Well, I said we were going to take a spin around the square, but I think I lied. Because it's a little dangerous, as that lady kind of entertained us. Look at all these golf carts. This is what it's all about, you guys. Brownwood. All right. So, we have seen a lot. I'm wondering if we're even going to make it all the way to the end. 26 miles. We've gone 26 miles in about an hour and 15 minutes. So, but actually, in reality, this is when the show really, well, this is where I start, because I think from this point forward, kind of a straight shot. Not a whole lot to see. We'll kind of explain what what we go by as we go by. Over here is the Eisenhower. Well, first of all, you have your Brownwood woodwork shop back in there. That's the second woodworking shop. To our left, you have Eisenhower Recreation Center. That's a regional recreation center that is dedicated to our veterans and our armed forces. Thank you for all your service, for all of our veterans that we have. Let me know. I'm going to keep my window down. Let me know if the wind gets too much. So this would be a good time to kind of check out our chats. I don't know if I can. No, this won't. How'd you like that, Renee? I told you, Renee, that there are all kinds here. So getting dizzy. Lauren and Tom, loving it. And that's great to hear. I'm glad you guys are loving it. That's what it's all about, you know? Loving life. This is why the Villages was created, because there's a lot of people out there retired. And then what are you going to do after you retire? So it's kind of golfer's heaven, pickleballers heaven. I mean, you name it. All right, so we just passed Evans Prairie. That is the country club. And we're gonna come up on Highway 466A. So now, when people say you should be between the sixes, this is what they mean. So we are going to show you what it means to be between the sixes. Village of Gilchrist. To our left is a big shopping area. You have Lowe's down there, and man, you have Huey Magoo's, chicken fingers. That place is great. A lot of car washes down there now. So we just passed over 466A, or better known as Miller Boulevard. All right, so as we come down Buena Vista Boulevard, Christian's just kind of giving you a little tour, but let's talk a little bit about, you know, where we're going, what we're going to see. So right over here, over my shoulder here in just about 30 seconds is going to be Summer Breeze Rec Center. Spring Breeze. It's getting late, you guys. Right over here, Sea Breeze Rec Center. Summer Breeze. I'm thinking of that song, right? By Loggins and Messina.
Ooh, Tom George says, shows how fast the Lexus can take a roundabout.
Well, are you talking about that Lexus in front of us? Or are you talking about the Infinity that we're in?
I think he wants to make Glenn more dizzy.
So, well, man, you know what, you guys? I think we're going to have to go through Lake Sumpter Landing since we're right here. It would be a shame not to go through Lake Sumpter Landing. You know, I haven't checked, actually, now that I think about it. Now, this little house over here on the right behind that house is a dog park. So I did a little road trip one time, a little live stream already, and went around that house, and then in the back is your dog park. So this Infinity went ahead and passed that Lexus. All right, you don't have any chats going over there, Christian?
Let's see. Glenn says, how many villages are within the villages?
Glenn, that's a great question. And to be perfectly honest with you, I kind of just lost track after 50. If I had to guess, I'd say there's probably close to 100 by now. Because, you know, as you saw when we started in Dabney, how they started clicking off. Right, we went to Dabney, we went to Lake Denim, we went to Newell, went to Sawgrass Grove, went to, St. Catherine's and Case and Hammock, and it's, one day I will take the initiative.
108 says Tammy.
There you go.
Missy Mo says Blonde Ambition is playing at Lake Sumpter tonight, crowded.
Blonde Ambition. You know, I tell you, I was over there on Friday with Racer Girl. And right, Racer? Listen, I got pictures, but I'm on my cell phone, and those pictures are on my cell phone. So unfortunately, I can't figure out how I'm gonna, how I'd be able to show those pictures. And I got your message, Renee, by the way. I will send you those pictures that I took of you and me and Greg. Just been a little busy today. Actually, Christian, if you take a shot in the back there, there's a fertilizer spreader. There is a gas-powered hedge trimmer back there. There's manual hedge trimmers back there. All right, Lake Sumpter Landing. We made it. $7:30. It's not looking as crowded. Maybe as we get closer, but so now if we went to our right, we would go out to Morris Boulevard, but we're going to go to our left because, just show the square. There's City Fire. Okay, so we're going to make a mad dash to Highway 42. It'll take us about maybe 15 minutes. So I don't know if y'all are going to hang in there for the next 15 minutes. But I did want to go, right now we're at 33 miles. We've gone 33 miles in an hour and a half. Waterfront Inn, by the way. But I don't know if y'all wanted to make it all the way to the end. I want to make it all the way to the end. And if y'all want to bail on me, that's on you. You could always come back because we're going to post this video live. Oh, here's these knuckleheads. Man, they're getting it in that truck. Wow. So I guess they're just advertising. They're crown molding. So we're going to go all the way to the end. You know why? Just to say we did. So we've gone all the way as far south as you could possibly go. And we're going to go as far north as you can possibly go. And we're going to see how far it is. Now, yeah, we took a few little detours. But I guess if you wanted to take the most straightest shot you could, you would go from where we were in Dabney, take Megason all the way to Buena Vista Boulevard, and we wouldn't have gone through. There's Arnold Palmer Country Club, by the way. That's one of my favorite places to eat, actually. It's kind of a nice little steakhouse. It's all, you know, it's just the theme of it.
I like the Nancy Lopez.
Christian likes Nancy Lopez.
And it's right by my house.
I like Nancy Lopez, but, you know, Nancy Lopez is a little fancy for me. And I guess Arnold Palmer has more of a, I guess, I don't know, for lack of a better word, masculine theme.
Well, one's a male golfer, the other's a female golfer, so I guess it would make sense.
Village of Winifred. I would be remiss if I didn't take you and show you my listing in the Village of Winifred real quick. It's only going to take us about an extra 2 minutes, so I will do that. Kingston Way, we make a left. Winifred has its own pool and mailbox center. Now this home I'm getting ready to show you, I personally had it remodeled from the floor to the ceiling. We put all brand new luxury vinyl planking. You must see the video to see really what a great job we did. And then we even took all the popcorn out. So this is called an oleander, and this is a wonderful home. Listed for $439, totally 100%. Well, we didn't replace the cabinets. That's the only thing we didn't really replace in that house. Cute little house, 1,654 square feet living area. Great location. You go out one way, takes you to Laurel Manor Rec Center. You go out the other with your golf cart. You go out the south end of this neighborhood, it'll take you into the Arnold Palmer Country Club. You go to the north, out the north end of the neighborhood, takes you to Laurel Manor, and I'm getting ready to show you Laurel Manor because we're going to go right by it. Then I got something rattling in the back. I hope my little gimbal there holds out. All right. Bonnie Brook is on the other side. You know, Bonnie Brook, Belvedere, Lynn Haven, Ashland, all those are in that area. And then that's where the original high school, I'm not going to say old, I'm going to say original.
Vintage
High school is. I think it's still a high school, right?
I don't know anymore.
I think they still have some kids going to that school. All right, this is the last leg coming up, going all the way to 42. Oh, plenty of shopping up here as well. So you have Sprouts. Oh, Sprouts Market over here to our left, and everything you can think of. Fresh Market, Sprouts Farmers Market, you have Walmart, you have everything you could possibly think of. Laurel Manor is to the right of us. Okay. We are circa 1999 and 2000. This is when the villages were building in this area here, 1999 to 2000. You have Hawks Bay Executive and Saddlebrook on the other side. Here's your polo field. So the polo field is now in action. I've seen some polo games out there recently. Polo's in the spring and the fall. So you don't really see polo in wintertime or summer. It's too hot. It's too hot for the horses in the summer. Too cold in the winter. So spring and fall, perfect. All right, we are coming up on the original entertainment complex here in the Villages. Glenview Country Club is up here, and you have the Savannah Center. Like I said, was the original entertainment complex. And that's the Savannah Center over there. It's like the is over on the opposite side here of the, it's a great restaurant in there, by the way. Kind of out of the way. So if you ever get a chance, did you get that? Mm-hmm. And there is a sports pool over here. So the Savannah Center at one time used to be called a regional recreation center, and it doubled as the entertainment complex, as the. All right, we got about, I don't know, 2 more miles maybe. We're at 38 miles that we've gone.
What road are you on?
Buena Vista Boulevard. Harmswood, Christian just missed that. Harmswood is the original, actually, it's the original estate parcel Premier Homes. So, those homes in there have huge home sites. The Villages decided they weren't going to waste all the land for those Premier Homes. But there aren't many in there with a view. There's no golf course view. We're in Marion County. So we are now in our 3rd county. Right up here is Nancy Lopez Country Club. And then we're going to stop at the Mulberry Grove Rec Center. And that's where we will have completed our journey. So, thank you all for hanging in there for the entire length of the Villages, from the southernmost point to the northernmost point in the Villages. And actually, you know what, you guys? I've got a special treat for those of you not going to stop at the Mulberry Grove. Rec Center, like I just told you I was. Sawgrass Grove Rec Center, like I just told you I was. It's a secret. You got to hang in there. All right. Nancy Lopez. In this little building to the right, this is a membership only pool. But in there, there's a bar and grill. And that's a little secret that you now heard from me today. I will sneak over there from time to time. If I just want to get away, I'll go to that little bar and grill. All right, and so 40.1 miles. We have gone 40 miles, you guys, through the villages. Now, here's, for all my mathematicians, miles long. You do the math. How many square miles is the villages? All right. Real quick. Mulberry Grove Rec Center. This is where we were going to stop, but bonus. We have a bonus for you. Okay? So we're not going to stop at Mulberry Grove Regional Rec Center. No. We have a little bonus for y'all. Okay, but it's my little secret to you. Over here to the left, this is the emergency area for Marion County. So they have the Sheriff's Department, they have the emergency ambulances, and they have fire. The fire department is over there. Oh, see them ducks? So we'll show that to you as we go by. Okay? So over here is that emergency contact there. First responders. Have you ever heard of the first second bonus? Right, so we're at 41 miles, okay? Soulier Villas is another. We'll see that on the way back. We're going just a tad bit off the property to the best barbecue place around. Nothing beats Hartman's Smokehouse. They closed at 7 o'clock. But this, you guys.
They might not even been open today.
Oh, they weren't. They're not open on Mondays. That's right. Monday or Tuesday. Stay right there. Oh my gosh, you guys. We made it from the southernmost point to the northernmost point of the villages. And this right here, Artman Country Smokehouse, the best ribs, the best brisket, the best everything. You cannot beat Artman's for barbecue. All right, so I'm not going to end here. For any of you who want to hang out, I'm going to go to first responders, and we're going to end it at first responders. So going right back to the to the east. Oh, those of you who have hung in to just now, this is your bonus. This is your, I'm giving you the best barbecue anywhere around Ocala, anywhere in the villages. This is it. Looks like your phone is buffering. Is that me buffering or your phone buffering?
It could just be my phone. I don't get service out here.
Man. All right. Any of you have an RV right across the street? They have covered RV areas. If you wanted to store your RV in a covered okay, so almost 8 o'clock. It's almost dark. It's looking like we're still have a little enough light to see outside. Maybe we'll see. So welcome to the villages, Soulier Villas, and actually there's a little place right not there. They called it there's actually horse farms on villages property. Chatham may be wanting to live in the villages, but have horses. You can have both. First responders, recreation. And this is where we're going to end our little soiree.
Life. Your phone's at 8%.
What my phone is?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Wow. All right. All right. There we go. You might want to go ahead and take a look at 40 the like and please make comments, any of you that for watching this. Hope you thank you for watching, and we have Topic Tuesday. Like me, you'll see you next week.